3, 2, 1.
Bare necessities.
All right, team, we're back. We're back. We're alive,
Thank
and
God. Thank
we're
Avon.
So
we're
proud of you
Thank
guys.
we're
Allah.
thank Avon.
Praise Loth. Got it.
That wasn't Loth Goot that healed two of us.
La, 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 la.
All right, so we're back. We're trying to figure it out. Alorian's massive, strong arms pushed over this pillar
Mhm.
that broke the ritual's spell,
Yeah,
and now Calithra's rubbing her hands over it.
Yeah, am I about to? So I reach in. Praise Loth, please protect me, my dear goddess. I've done all of this for you.
can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
I am going to use my last bit of luck if I am to not save. I don't even want to look at the
Oh,
roll.
you're fine.
You're
Okay.
fine. Loth is
So
with you.
you call on Loth to protect you, and you feel her blessings settle over you like the most sheer gossamer spider web settles over you. And you pass through this barrier. On the inside of the circle, you can feel the power being leached from this place. And it seems like the circle is anchored by whoever this pile of meat used to be.
I begin reaching my hand into the presumably half-rotten chunks of meat and begin moving it outside of the circle.
Yeah, so everybody else, you see, like, Calithra walk in and, like, close her eyes, and, like, you see this moment of, like, perfect grace come over her, and then she just breaks it by savaging this pile of
Flinging rotten meat across the room.
I'm literally like food fight, like just get this stuff out of the circle, like ugh.
And Zisa, like, rolls over from where she fell, but she's, like, on all fours. And just like, ah!
I rub her belly for some reason.
Once I'm done done doing that, and I'm chunks of meat and flesh all over me, stride back over and look at Alorian. Are you satisfied, elf?
Well, I'm not sure. Is the magic destroyed?
Yes, Calithra, you could feel, like, the disruption of the magic and the spell as you flung bits of meat all over the room.
Yes, we have won a great battle against Iliostri this day, and now we must go and further the name of my goddess Loth and get home. And perhaps to your Crone, I say, looking at Lizarin.
Yes, let's get out of here.
Let me just double check. And Alorian picks up a rock and throws it at the pile.
It's
lands. Not a stick. Are you sure it's not a stick? Are we?
He was going to, but I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any sticks down here.
There's no impediment. It, like, bounces off one chunk of meat and, like, rolls across the ground.
Okay. I tell them that I will meet them at the portal. I will be right back. And I'm gonna go get the one kobold that we left alive.
What? Why?
Zisa said she wanted to bring him with us. They're friends now.
Am I able to find the kobold before he does? Can we race the kobold?
He might, like, have answers for us. If we bring him to the Crone, he might be able to, like...
Honey, are you sure in this time of urgency, are you sure that that's what you want to do?
That little bastard.
Zisa?
Tilts her head to the side.
I believe that it would be best to grab this kobold as well, I say, as Alorian is moving off to grab him, because we do not want to have this imposter drow have any information on where we are, what has occurred here. While your friend is in dire need of assistance, we had best cover our tracks.
Right.
I had stealth before we went to break, so I'm gonna go back around to the first room and check and see if he's still there.
Startles when you come in. He says, "Oh, I've guarded this room. Nobody's come in, except for you, and nobody's come out except for you. It's all quiet here."
And since I can literally understand none of that,
yeah, it's just
all I hear is Yeah, I'm just like, dude. Okay, come on.
Follow, yes.
And before we leave, I want to take the weapon that his friend had. I'm assuming they all just have long swords.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take the long sword that his friend had.
If you kill him before I get to drain him of hit points, I swear to God, I'm gonna take yours.
I'm just taking the treasure.
Okay.
So I take the long sword and I lead him. Like tell him to go walk in front of me, and I lead him to the party.
Okay.
And when we come back to this room, I pick up the longsword from the other guy too, so I technically have 2 long swords.
Yeah, he keeps up this chittering, hissing dialogue the entire time.
He's speaking Undercommon?
No, Draconic.
No.
And our translator only speaks bear at the moment.
Yeah, Zisa is just looking confused. I should know what this is, but wow.
So I kind of just with, common simple hand motions get him to go to the portal with the rest of us.
Yeah, he follows you right up to the portal and then looks at it and looks at you like, "Are you fucking crazy?"
I point both of the swords at him.
Am I able to come up beside him, kneel down to his level, look at him with bright pink eyes that are so charming and wonderful, talk to him in a soothing voice, and reach out to him and tell him everything's gonna be okay? He can't understand me, but I'm assuming the tone of my voice is conveying peace and happiness.
Yeah, I mean, he looks a little less freaked out, but also still is making chittering, hissing noises.
And I grab the dagger from behind myself as I'm patting him on one end and pulling him closer, and I put it in the upper part, right below where you're
Right below the sternum.
Yeah, I'm just gonna push up a little bit and say, "Thank you so much for keeping guard for us. You've been so helpful."
He wasn't expecting it, so I'm just gonna say you kill him. You get 11 hit points back.
Right, that'll get me back up to 23. And I wipe the dagger full of it, and then I step on his little broken body as I head over.
I look at Glither, I'm like, really? Really?
Would you rather it have been you?
Really?
Zisa's like, rawr, rawr.
Then I walk into the thing and hopefully disappear.
I give Elizabeth one of the long swords that I was holding, since she has the 4th one, and then I take the one from the guy that she just killed.
Okay, so we both have 2.
Correct.
So everybody jumps in the portal? Question mark?
Everybody
Yes.
sucks but me. I gotta live, so...
Eyes rolling back into my skull at how stupid this is. I jump in too.
So, a familiar, gut-wrenching feeling sweeps over you as you get spat back out onto the beach. Zisa's not there. Not quite sure where she disappeared to. But the rest of you are spat back out onto the beach. It's really soggy, but the rain has stopped.
Why do we always leave someone behind every time we're magically transported somewhere?
Because people got concerts. What? I can only make so many rar noises.
Because don't fuck with magic, that's why.
Okay.
So we still have to traverse an entire sphere then, don't we? Or are we just where did we get spit out?
Yeah, it's 4 hours away.
Okay.
You're back
God.
where you left. But it's just a one hex to the Crone's hut.
Is the storm over with, I'm assuming?
Yeah, there's no storm. It's really wet on the ground, but it stopped raining. Sky's clear.
What time of day is it?
It is evening.
Guys, we really have to get back there. Something bad is gonna happen to her. I just know it, and everyone at my temple's gonna be really mad at me, and then the world's gonna end. And it's just gonna suck. We have to get back there.
Let us make haste and go. I say, charging off in typical Calithra fashion. I actually agree with my party for once.
Okay.
Okay. So you travel back to Crone's hut.
I'm keeping. Well, I was keeping Whitney ahead of us to scout, just in
Yeah.
case there's any danger there that she would see it first before we just we're like, hi, we're here.
Yeah, there's nothing hostile
Okay.
that
All
you
right.
run into.
Okay.
I imagine everything would have fled the area because of magical storm.
Yeah, like the magic had been keeping a lot of weird things in the area. And they seem to have vacated the immediate premises for now.
Mm.
And the sun has set. It's like the beginning of night when you return to the Crone's hut.
I bust through the door.
All right.
Just run the fuck in there.
I was like, I'm
The Crone
not
like startles and looks at you like, "Are you fucking crazy?"
Yes! I'm so crazy right now. You won't believe what happened. Are you okay? I'm like looking at her arms and like, are you all right?
She like slaps you off of her. That's fine.
All right,
I
God.
have two states of being: dead, which I'm not, or fine.
So no one came. No one came here.
No.
I look at the crone, and for a moment drop my entire facade of being our back and forth and our tete-a-tete, and I say, Curiosity has escaped.
Oh, well, that explains a lot. No wonder Nazara is running around crazy if she's got a goddess at her back.
Mm-hmm, indeed.
Did you know that water elemental was gonna suck us into a motherfucking cavern?
Yeah, what?
I mean, it was a possibility.
Okay,
You could have
well,
warned. You could have warned a
Information
motherfucker.
that could have been helpful, you know?
Look, are you dead?
Close several times.
Pretty close.
You're either dead or you're fine. You're
I'm
fine.
fine, I say, in my full health and glory.
I actually agree with this one for once. Stop complaining.
Can I get
Try
some
to save the
soup?
world.
I also require reverie. And I go
You get-
outside and I go to rest
You get-
because we have all had a battle and I really don't give a shit if she gives me permission or not. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, she hands you some soup and she's like, "Speaking of eating, y'all have been feeding this little construct over here." She points to where Felton is sitting in the corner.
Hi, buddy.
He looks very sad.
What's the matter?
She's not feeding me. I'm really hungry.
Oh, why can't we just, keep him happy for the time being?
She gives you the worst glare. Like, you fucking look. It's a construct, right?
Do I
Fine
know
as
what
fire.
she means by construct, as in like a golem type of construct?
Roll Arcana.
Because if that's the case, then we can just dismantle him. I have no idea.
No, you have no idea.
Never
She-
mind.
Can I roll
I'm too tired. I don't. Nope.
Can I roll a history check to see if I remember if anyone's told me any stories about it?
Yes. You've heard stories of those magical constructs that trap the souls of the deceased and bend them towards some other purpose.
Okay, I
Do
communicate
not
that.
tell me that kid is the phylactery. Oh, that would
No,
be.
that's
oh.
not the phylactery. It's holding
Okay.
the feathers.
Okay, I was like, that would be so magically complex.
Nazara's not that smart, trust me. But what you have done is fed power into one of her little toys. So it's going to take me that much more work to get the feathers out of this little motherfucker. So whoever's bright idea that was, you fucked up.
I look at Zisa.
Ziza's not there.
I'm.
Oh, that's right.
Point. I don't care enough. I'll get the rundown in the morning. So just
Uh,
assume that I'm not.
I look around. I'm like, yo, which one of y'all fed this kid?
Right?
I mean,
Trying to pretend that I wasn't the one that was constantly throwing fire in his mouth.
how's that soup going?
It's good.
Do you think I'm dumb? You think you could just ignore my questions in my house and then eat my food? I want an explanation.
Look, he wouldn't have come with us if we didn't feed him, okay? He's a really stubborn little kid.
That's when you
We
knock
brought
him
you the
over head and
feathers.
tie him up.
We brought you the feathers. You didn't
Yeah,
I
say.
agree. I wish that my character was there because she'd be like, yes, just abuse the child and take him where you need to go. Why must you take care of him? Is
Not
this-
even a child. Ugh.
Exactly. Why?
You didn't say what condition you wanted the feathers in. You just said you needed them.
He's not
Ma'am.
the feathers. Whatever. Here, eat this damn soup. She like slams a bowl down on the table in front of you.
I eat it and ask for seconds.
Yeah.
She seems
Okay.
slightly mollified by this. Like this was a good move. She's like,
And
oh, okay.
elf asking for seconds? Okay. You sure you didn't have one mushroom and then you're full there?
Well, my brush with death has given me a larger appetite.
Okay, that makes sense.
So she feeds you her mystery meat swamp stew,
Mm.
and will permit you all to take a long rest for the night if you so choose.
Yes.
Yeah, I go outside and just check on all the ponies first, real quick, and make sure everything's good there, and then go to bed
Yeah,
for the
they're
night.
fine. They're in fact way less freaked out than when you left them.
I also looked to Whitney and asked if she'd like a break as well, and dismiss her into her pocket dimension for the night as well, if she wants to, and I'm assuming she does. So yeah.
She goes to the Hoop Creek Hotel.
Yes.
I see what you did there.
We haven't done it in so long.
Right. Yeah. So, back to max HP.
Damn.
So you guys go to sleep. Anybody doing anything in the night?
Nope, just communing with my goddess.
I transfer the 4 hours that I need to, and then stay up the rest of the time talking to Felton and just kind of keeping him appeased, since he's might be getting a little more agitated without fire.
The crone tells you to shut the hell up because she's trying to sleep.
I try very hard to keep my eyes open, but it's just one of these like. And I saw logs through the whole night, despite my best efforts to not be a lazy ass.
When she tells us to shut up, I just take Felton to go sit on this front stoop outside, and we just kind of keep watch for the night.
He mostly whines about being hungry and that he doesn't understand what she means when she says he's not real. He's like, what?
What did you just put on the map?
Nothing?
I missed it. I'm watching the replay. Come on,
Nothing?
I didn't see it.
Don't worry about
What was
it.
that? What was that?
Some stuff that you don't need to worry about. Chill.
I'm sleeping anyways, but what was that?
All
Guys,
right,
did we clip it? Can
so
we clip it?
Are you all in my
I'm
grill?
clipping it.
Question
I'm
mark?
clipping it. I'm actually
So-
clipping it to see if I can go back. I'm cheating.
we just kind of hang out for the rest of the night while we wait for sunrise, I guess, keeping watch.
Okay. So the night passes uneventfully, mostly with Felton whining and Elizarance and the crone, to be honest, snoring like, or the racket is real.
Mm-hmm.
The crone wakes up bright and early, and T is freaking out. The crone wakes up bright and early,
I'm definitely not looking way too much into this.
and she starts her fire pit in the center of the hut, and puts like a cast iron pan on it and cracks eggs of like varying sizes into the pan, of varying species into the pan, but she seems unconcerned.
I summon Whitney from her pocket dimension again, and have her keep watch
I'm attempting
around
to
the perimeter.
Myself with the orb for as long as I can. The orb.
Yeah, you have your poo orb and you're trying to attune yourself to it.
Yeah. holding a pile of crap and trying to attune myself to it. Feels good.
So the crone will fry up some eggs and dish them up for you.
So I asked the crone during breakfast banter, how long she thinks this process is going to take.
Well, it could have been trivial, but somebody fed a bunch of fire into this thing, and I got to figure out how to get the feathers out without blowing up my whole hut. Don't you hurry me. I saw that.
I mean, do you need the hut if you're dead? TBH?
She just looks at you.
And I just keep eating the eggs.
Do we not need to worry about Nazara coming for the child? Is this not her entire goal?
No. Her goal, insofar as she has one besides wanton destruction, is to stop Avance from reviving.
Once again, so that she isn't placed into desolate isolation where she belongs.
Oh, uh-oh. What have I done? Don't do that. Okay. Sorry, wrong layer. No. Delaying the feathers to me would have been ideal. She wanted me to die before they got to me.
Which is why she was here with the Myconoid before, attempting to destroy you. So again, why is she not here?
That wasn't her.
That wasn't her?
That was
her.
That was a lieutenant
one
of
her
hers.
servants was here with the Myconoid attempting to destroy.
Yeah, it'll take her some time to find out that didn't work. She was probably really expecting me to die since I was almost dead anyway when that woman came here, but it's neither here nor there. That's some other eventuality, but we're in this reality. What I need to do is construct this ritual to get the feathers out of that thing over there, and she gestures to Felton, who kind of like flinches. And hopefully that goes to plan and it doesn't blow up in my face, because I'm still in danger of dying the wrong way.
Allow me to work with you, she says, unable to say the word assist, being second to somebody's not in Calithra's nature. She'll work with you in this ritual. I have an advanced knowledge of the arcane.
Do ya?
Shut up.
Do you?
Alorian whispers that to himself while he's eating.
Calithra thinks she's great at everything. Whether or not she is kind of up to...
Oh, I will take an assistant.
Alorian says while he's eating, I also dabble somewhat in the arcane if a third set of hands is useful for anything.
Yeah, he visibly flinches at the word assistant, but quaffs it down, knowing that it's for the glory of Loth. I shall assist you.
Well, don't hurt yourself.
I'm gonna hurt you when this is all done.
She'll be dead when this is all done.
Just like shoveling food into a smile that won't move, and just like.
You have no home training.
I do not need none. I am a queen where I am. An assistant.
Well, that's neither here nor there. Let me eat my food. Let me get my circle drawn out. And then we can try and take that thing apart.
I asked her if she has the ability to, because we may need this when we are traveling with her as an egg, if she has the availability to create any more spell scrolls for us to assist us in our journey from here to...
If you knew the amount of magic I had to do today just to get the feathers out of that thing and get them where they're supposed to be, I don't have any extra reserves.
Okay.
Need I remind you, I was almost dead not too long ago. You're asking a lot.
Perhaps
Just wanted to
your
check.
skill would be
Just
best
wanted to check.
to use, making sure that the area is safe. Also with you, Miss Crimson, If you could make sure that there is a perimeter for your crone, so that she might be able to complete her round.
Crone? When did that happen? I just met her.
So
You need to get out of my house. You eating my food, talking crazy to me.
Regardless of the semantics, unless you would like to be thrust upon by an ambush, I still am going to stay with my stagement on this and request that these two, they have proven themselves at least semi-useful in combat, keep us safe.
I'll after I eat, I'm gonna tell the crone and pretty much ignore Calithra, that if she does need my assistance, I'll be outside setting traps around the perimeter.
All right. Yeah, I'll get to work. And if anything goes wrong in here, I will certainly holler.
Should be fine.
I just leave that.
I feel like Bart Simpson and Lisa Simpson are trying to work together, and it's just like, no.
She's very particular about the placement of things and the way things are done.
I'm sure she is.
And
I'm
so,
sure everything has to be just
yeah.
so.
When I notice that Alizarin's following me outside too, I make a mental note to like come back to the hut after pretty much every fucking trap that I set around the perimeter just to double check and make sure everything's okay. Because I have this much trust that Calithra's not going to try to do something shitty.
Like kill the crone while nobody's looking, take the feathers, and run back all the way to the Underdark so I can completely take over everything and thusly end the campaign? No, that thought hasn't crossed her mind at all.
Right.
Right.
So I just kind of come back and forth. Set a trap, check on the crone. Set a trap, check on the crone.
So we get this montage of Lorian setting traps and making sure that nothing is on figurative fire in the hut, while Alizarin looks stoic and probably still hungry.
Yeah.
As she keeps watch.
I climb up on top of the hut and do like Karate Kid poses, getting ready.
You shan't come from over there.
Yeah.
How long do you hold? How long do you hold? How long do you hold? How long do you hold the poses for?
So long that you can't even believe I'm doing it.
So when I see you doing that, I have Whitney come and like perched on an outstretched limb of yours while you're holding it, and just like look at you like.
You can see the determination on my face. I'm like.
He's like.
And inside the hut,
like looking at you, like, what's wrong?
Yeah, he's like.
Oh, really?
She's like
really.
scooching around like.
I'm like, it's a very serious bird. It's very serious business.
You're just like.
and then Whitney takes off and resumes her
Yeah, and inside the hut, the crone is directing the construction of this arcane circle and like slapping Calithra's hand when she's putting something in the wrong spot and redirecting things. And Felton's sitting in the center of the circle looking increasingly freaked out as like little like bird bones and other miscellaneous accoutrements are scattered around this circle. So,
Okay.
The morning passes thusly. And around midday, the crone says, "All right, I'm ready to begin this ritual. Now."
Between the time that she says "all right" and the rest of it, I'm like, "It's time for lunch." So she's like, "Okay," and then I assume she's about to say it's time for lunch.
She has her arms up and she just like looks at you. I'm about to die. Could you just not?
Okay, you're ready. Got it.
I'm trying to pass into the next life, and you asked me about lunch?
I mean, did you leave anything to eat?
What did you do before you came here? I assume you know how to feed yourself.
Okay, well, I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it.
You do that.
Yeah.
She puts her arms to continue the ritual. And she directs you and Alizarin to hold Felton down because he's freaking the fuck out in the center of this circle.
Okay.
I'm still giggling about the owl on Alizarin's
I asked.
arm as she's doing like these graceful monk poses.
I asked the crone if a net would help. I have a net to restrain him.
Yeah, just make sure you can't squirm out of here.
Okay. While Alizarin's holding him down, like his shoulder, like her hands on his shoulders or whatever.
It's like,
I'll,
where's Nazara? You told me this was gonna be Nazara. This isn't Nazara at all.
we're gonna help you so that Nazara can't find you again.
He wants to find Nazara. Don't tell him that. He's gonna freak out.
Yeah, he's like, no, I want to go back to Nazara. She fed me the best food.
If you don't stop talking, I'm going to take both of my daggers and remove your eyeballs individually and feed them to you. Now sit there and shut up.
He sits down and shuts up, as requested. And the crone raises her arms, and you can feel, even those of you who aren't terribly magically inclined, which most of you are, you can feel the power being pulled in by her. And it converges on the circle, but more importantly, there's something about the location of the hut that amplifies this power. Like you can feel, Alizarin can feel it the best. Like there's something about this location that's a huge power source.
That makes sense. I wondered why she would live out in this crap shack in the middle of nowhere, but
That is why.
if she's on a ley line.
And she begins chanting under her breath, and Felton begins to glow. And in fact, he catches flame. He catches fire.
Like magical fire or like actual fire? Like does it like burn stuff?
Right now it's magical fire, but the room is heating up at quite a pace.
I back away from the bright light as I am kind of averted to that.
Yeah, the light gets brighter, the heat gets hotter, and her chanting reaches a crescendo, and light and power and heat and fire fill the room, and we take our next break.
Oh no!
I can see it on Rob's face. He was like, we're not gonna find out what happened. Not right now.
I like looked down at the clock on my computer. I'm like,
Yeah, okay.
Okay, team, we are going to go to our second and last break of the evening. We really hope you're enjoying the show so far. It is certainly a doozy. And we will try to be back ASAP, so go get drink and food, and we'll be right back. See you soon.